Hello everyone. So here we go. This is the presentation of my project, the experience of building a real machine learning model. The first thing I decided was to use the Vertex AI from Google Cloud to help me manage this machine learning. And the type of machine learning I chose to use was the tabular forecast. It's a regression model, and it's the best option for us to predict data. The metric I decided to use was the mean absolute error because it's very commonly used for regression tasks where the goal is to predict a continuous variable. The features I used was the temperature, the ambient pressure, relative humidity, exhaust vacuum, and our target net hourly electrical energy output. The algorithms I used, so for the first version was the AutoML. This by default is the chosen model of Vertex AI, and it was the most indicated option for those who are not technical. And I decided to go for it. And for the second version, I chose to use the time series dense encoder because that algorithm was projected to deal with temporal series forecasts. The split of the data, I used the default setting of Vertex AI, where 80% of the data was used on training, 10% on validation, and 10% on testing. The rows were decided, the rows were used, sorted by timestamp. And for this to work, I had to add one more column to the spreadsheet so I could have a timestamp for each observation. For each row, I had a timestamp. So comparing models, for being the first version, the AutoML, and the second version, the TIDE, I found out that the TIDE for this specific context was the best option because the KPI I chose to use, MAA, was closer to 0 and it was lower, and this is what we were looking for. So evaluating the final model, I understood that this was a very reasonable model, not just because the number is close to 0, but because 3.412 is a very small percentage of the values that we find in the target column, and so I judged this being a very good model for us to predict this data. So that's it. Thank you very much.